Hello guys, in this video we'll be talking about how to write a clear report and reach the company in a proper way. Before going into this topic, let's ask some question ourselves. Is it necessary to write a clear report? What is the advantage of writing a clear report? And writing a clear report, how much does it help a company and a security professional? And remember all this question, we'll be answering all this in the end of this video. Now, let's get into the topic of writing a clear report. Previously, when I started doing bug bounties, I struggled a lot in writing a clear report. I continuously refer to a lot of reports which is publicly disclosed in the platforms like HackerOne and Buckroad for referring all those things and write a report. And this was like a very time consuming task, and it was like a very hard task at the beginning stage of bug bounties. After a time span of 6 to 8 months continuously doing bug bounties, I was able to properly understand how a security report works and write it clearly. Okay, so before going into the topic of how to write a clear report, let's understand what are the details which we must concentrate about a particular vulnerability report. Okay, so when there is a report submitted to a company, we actually don't know who is going to read that report, right? It may be a technical person or a non-technical person. He might be a security professional or might be a non-security professional. So these are the cases which is actually possible when there is a report submitted to a particular company. So try to keep the report not too technical unless it is highly required, and keep the grammar simple, okay, so that anyone could understand what is been actually written. Make the person or the reviewer properly understand the impact of the vulnerability. It is the crucial thing in a vulnerability report. And finally, keep the things professional. Avoid making grammar mistakes. Properly indent and give spaces wherever necessary so that the report is properly readable and it is easily understandable. And try using markdown language wherever possible. The platforms like HackerOne and Buckroad allow you to use the markdown language in the report writing places. So wherever possible, try using that language, which will be very much comfortable for the reviewer to easily see the report. And it is actually, it looks good when a particular report is written with proper styling and things. Okay, this actually works out well. So try to keep the grammar simple and the spacings properly and the styles. Okay, so now let's see how to write a clear report. A clear report consists of 6 parts. The first one is the summary or the brief details of the vulnerability, which is like it will make the particular reviewer understand the vulnerability in a very quick manner, and then mention the vulnerable endpoint and the CVSS score, which will show the severity of the particular vulnerability. There is something called CVSS calculator, which will actually find the severity of a particular report. Try using it and mark the score in the particular vulnerability report, because it actually convinces the reviewer to properly allocate the severity and make this process easy. And then comes the technical details. It actually depends upon the vulnerability report which you are actually writing to, because there are a lot of different kind of vulnerabilities, right? So technical details depend upon the vulnerability which you are actually writing to, and this is the third part of the report. And then coming to the fourth part, it is the steps to reproduce. Okay, so make sure to write this part with point by point things, and also make sure that you don't extend more than 1 or 2 lines for a single point. Also, whatever you do, make sure to track all the steps, each and every steps, and write down it in the steps to reproduce. And also make sure to mention any anomalies or some kind of different cases if it is possible to occur. Okay, so when a person is trying to reproduce your particular vulnerability, if he faces some kind of difficulties, there is a point where he could just leave out at that point. Okay, so if there is any anomalies, try to mention it in the report itself. And then coming to the fifth part, which is the impact of the particular report, try to give the exact impact for that particular vulnerability. Also, you can use scenarios to explain how this could go wrong in a security perspective, and this will actually make them easy to understand how this is impactful to understand this report and all. Okay, and coming to the sixth part, it is actually about the mitigation of the vulnerabilities, and this also depends upon the program. So some of the programs also ask for mitigation details. Some programs do not ask for these details, but it is optional to give these details as an add-on or something. Okay, so when you are giving a mitigation, give the possible mitigation which will actually fix this vulnerability in a very strong way, and this will also help the researcher to properly understand and fix the vulnerability in a easier manner. So yeah, using all these six parts, you will be now able to write a clear report, which will actually make the researcher or the person who is going to review a report easily understand what is being written in the report, and this will make the process easy and your process are easy as well. So I believe that this video has given some value about writing a proper vulnerability report. Again, this is a format which I have got through my personal experience and my practical experience. In case if you have any suggestions, feel free to reach me out or use the comment section. And I have also uploaded videos regarding bug bounties with the various different topics in my YouTube channel. Make sure to check out, and I will catch you up in the next video. Tata.